Passion can lead you many places. And when you have a position to actually share that passion with the world, how much good can you do? The World Cup is here, and a serious topic is also here. We talk to David Reid of Red M on this episode of The Crude Truth.
In 1901, at Spindletop Hill near Beaumont, the future of Texas changed dramatically as, like a fountain of fortune, thousands of barrels of oil burst from the earth towards the sky. Soon, Detroit would be cranking out Model Ts by the millions, and America was on the move, thanks to the black gold being produced in Texas. Now, more than a century later, the vehicles are different, but nothing else has truly changed. Sure, there may be many other alternative energy sources like wind and solar and electric. But let's be honest, America depends on oil and entrepreneurs, and if the USA is truly going to be independent, it has to know the crude truth.
This episode is brought to you by LFS Chemistry. We are committed to being good stewards of the environment. We are providing the tools so you can be too. NAPE Expo, where deals happen. Air Compressor Solutions. When everything is on the line, Air Compressor Solutions is the dependable choice to keep commercial business powered up. Sandstone Group. Exec Crew. Elevate your network, elevate your knowledge. Texas Star Alliance. Pecos Country Operating. Fueling our future.
Well, thank you as always for tuning in to another episode of The Crude Truth. As we are now in summer 2026, the summer of the World Cup here in North America, Canada, United States, and Mexico. It is just my honor to have somebody on the show today that is well known around the oil and gas industry and is also a well-known philanthropist.
I thought you were going to say football player.
Football player too. But this gentleman is using his platform of oil and gas to spread the word about how dangerous human trafficking is with his group, Red M. Our guest, as I mentioned in the intro, is David Reid. David, how are you, sir?
I am doing really well. So glad to be here.
Well, thank you. This has been literally another one of those long time shows coming. I know I've been talking to you about this now for at least 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And but over that time, we've been able to go to different events together, run into other events, and I don't care what everybody else says about you. You're a pretty good guy.
I don't care what they say, I love, which is lucky because they say a lot. So I don't listen to that rubbish.
Oh my gosh! Well, first of all, everybody loves you, as you know, as we joke, and now maybe not some of your employees.
Who knows?
But I know that everybody else in the oil and gas industry that just enjoys being around you, enjoys supporting your group, Red M, but also loves to hear your insight and everything that your thoughts and your knowledge. For those out there, David, that don't know you, introduce yourself for us and tell us who David Reid is and maybe a little bit about NOV and what you do.
Sure. Well, I'll start with NOV. So it's my day job. They pay the bills. So yeah, I am the CTO and CMO for NOV, which has been a short 34 years just hanging around. They still couldn't find another job, I guess. I don't know. Started in the repair shop doing paperwork for the supervisor. So that's kind of cool. So I love all that. And then, like you said, in my journey, I mean, I've been in the leadership team of NOV at the top for, 14 years or so. Mm-hmm. And you start to realize when you have position, you can use it for purpose. So I really dove in with Red M about 8 years ago, started an organization, kind of a difficult, odd subject that I wasn't hoping to really be in, but my wife had stepped in there already. And I realized that it affects our kids, and that really motivated me. So I really got into how do we do a better job of protecting our kids.
Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned just being uncomfortable. So a few minutes ago before you walked in, I was talking to the owner of the Real News Studio, and I was like, "Oh, I've got David Reid coming in. He's a Red M, and he's part of this anti-human trafficking group." And then the other gentleman that was with him was like, "Really?" I said, "Oh, you don't know how bad human trafficking is," and you just get a cringe.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's
a difficult subject, and I've learned for different reasons. I used to think it's a difficult subject. Maybe people have been involved, like maybe they've been around stuff and they're worried about it, but they don't. The other side is lots of people have had exposure to sexual trauma. Surprisingly, males. That's been a surprise to me. A lot of people are like, actually, I've had some experiences that were negative. Mm-hmm. That's been a surprising thing. But it's just a difficult subject in general. and everyone thinks it's far from us. So we're like, okay, well, it's in other countries. Maybe it's the border. I'm always shocked when someone after we do an event calls and goes, I think I have a case, or it's a family member. Or every time it was maybe 2 years ago, it really started happening regularly. At least once a month, I'm getting a call from someone going, hey, I have a case, or my kid, or you're like, oh my goodness. Wow. So it happens a lot. If we do in-company awareness sessions. We just did Deloitte and HPE on Friday. They had about 150 people, but you get 30 people in a room. Generally, one person is going to have their kid as being groomed by a trafficker. And so when we explain what it is, it's a difficult choice to come forward and go, it might be my kid. Everyone says it's not. They're like, I don't think it is, but you put the way you're describing it, that's the behavior. And so it's actually become what I love the most about what we do. Is when it stops. So when someone's kid doesn't get trafficked, that's worth it every time.
Well, yeah, I mean, but just the fact that 1 in 30 are already being groomed, that's a lot. That means in a room
in
of
oil and
150
gas, just in an average office, you just gather those people. We were up at Dell in Austin, and they asked the night before, what do you think will happen tomorrow? And I said, well, this is what we'll do. And I said, but probably, if you got 30 people, one person is going to put their hand up and say, I think that's my kid. They went, no, I don't think so. The next day, 3 people in a group of 30. So for them, they're like, we're Austin, surely we're okay. And no, and it was a shocker to them. They took us to meet the executives after. They're like, we need to do something about this.
You mentioned that just in our industry in oil and gas, your organization is actually kind of follows oil and gas cities and towns. Is that correct?
The people who are not in oil and gas cities feel really bad because, we don't have oil and gas behind us because they're trying to enter into new businesses. And so our cities, our big cities, Calgary just went on fire. I don't think I've even visited the team up there, but they have, I don't think I know, but they have like 5 cities already across Canada involved, but they're moving really well. And Midland moved really fast. In fact, we kind of had a hard time recently because they moved a bit too fast. Started funding a local organization that looks like we shouldn't have. So that's pretty bad. But so sometimes fast growth can be a challenge. But we're got a Gulf Coast section. We're in Miami. We're in Denver, of course. Denver's really picked up lately. A lot of movement in Denver. Houston, of course, is just crazy. We've been doing this 8 years. We've had over 6,000 volunteers in Houston. We're about 23 to 26 chapters. Aberdeen, the best city in the world with the best football team.
No bias there.
No bias.
Yeah.
We're in Aberdeen and London. Started up. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Usually, I'll tell you how. This is why it's these cities. We all travel for work, and when we turn up, we just say, hey, you want to go for a dinner? And we just sit people down and go, this is what we're doing. You want to do it? And then people go yes or no. Or
really?
So yeah, that's pretty much how it's happened in every city. We just put it on LinkedIn, go, we're gathering people. You want to learn, and people come together. They get passionate. And we make it easy for people. So you don't have to do a lot of work. At minimum, you need to probably share on social media, but a little bit of education. And then just do what you got to do. So a lot of the businesses start to pick it up. They do events, they do different things. Education. The Action Speaks campaign is the big one that companies can do really quickly, easily. It's cheap, but you write notes. You get an education, and then you write a note to someone who is being trafficked, usually, and you'll put that in a care package. But the next day they're going to be holding that note from you. And when you explain that people get trafficked not by being grabbed, which is what people think. But they're usually trafficked by a process of grooming where they're drawn into it, and they believe this is a journey away from their family to a new group of friends that they're going to relate to, or a boyfriend. And then they're in sex work all of a sudden, and that's their choice, and they did it themselves. And so they think that way. So it's a journey out that you have to get people on that journey, on that understanding, work with families, work with the individuals. But they've been told that no one cares in the family. That's how they separate them. No one in your world cares. No one understands you. We get you. And so from usually mid-teens, they're going to pull them away from the family and get them into sex work. Usually not. Sometimes it's crime. Sometimes it's other things. But they will get them doing that. And the challenge is, can we tell them we care about you? And that actually turns them, So one of the ladies in Toronto, we get bags to her, and she's been trafficked before, so she gets the notes and cries. Like, she calls us, she goes, "I'm just crying again looking at your notes," because someone cares. You can't believe how much they've been conditioned every day. Nobody cares, nobody cares, nobody cares. See all these guys coming in, and they're using you. They don't care about you, and so they do this whole journey over years. So when you send a note from a stranger that's encouraging, saying, "We believe in you, you got a journey out of this, you're going to be all right," you're, just kind words, and hugely impactful to them.
Yeah. David, there's so much to unpack there. You talked about the process, other companies, and you holding events, and the journey of these people.
Yeah.
I want to do my best to unpack
Good luck.
each one of those. I know it's a lot. No,
Yeah.
it's a lot. So what you can talk about, let's say, I know, like, you're working on a DFW chapter right now.
Yep.
So a couple
Chapters, but yeah.
2 chapters, 1 chapter in DFW. Fort Worth is better. But anyway, you had that luncheon.
Yep.
And you kind of go into this, you talk about that people have to be trained
Yeah.
to even approach somebody,
Yeah.
let alone, I'm sorry, let me back up. They have to be trained to even identify.
Yes.
And you tell people don't
jump
engage.
in.
Don't
No,
engage.
no.
Okay, so let's talk about that process for a minute,
Yeah.
and what it is.
If it's your kids, obviously engage, but with help.
Yeah.
And that's, if you do everything you think when you think your kid's in trouble, you're playing into the trafficker's hands, because your natural behavior, they've studied it for years, and they've set that up. Like, they want you to take that phone away. That's their favorite thing, because now they're getting a secret phone to your kid, and they now you're not tracking them at all. So there's things you do that are natural. You'll be telling them they're bad people, and they've been getting them ready. Like, they're going to tell you we're bad people. We're not. We love you more than them. We care about you. So they do this whole thing. They use phones to sleep deprive kids. So they'll stay up all night texting, and like they're in this exciting relationship, but it is using cult techniques to break them down. So you're teaching people to see these things, see these behaviors, and start to intervene. But to intervene, we have to bring in experts to train the parents. This is what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Things that are unnatural to you, like you're going to pretend the traffickers are okay, and you're like, "Oh, I don't. You can't. I'm angry." Like, well, I know, but if they have been brainwashed, so we're going to undo this. So it's crazy. It's crazy that that's what it is. But yeah, so that training. Plus, anybody who's in this, generally, if you're coming across it, there is someone controlling them who's very dangerous, and they're nearby, no matter if you can see them or not. We've had survivors live with us for years, and we were driving along 1960, and the young lady with me was like, "See that girl there? She's trafficked." And I'm like, "How? How do you know?" She's just walking along the street, and he goes, "Well, hold on." She goes, "There'll be a spotter," and she looks around. She goes, "There he is." And there's this scary guy in a corner just watching this. I was like, what the heck? Like, what? We don't even know what we're looking at.
Yeah. Whoa.
Crazy.
So you mentioned Dell and all this. So you actually go into companies also with Red M to talk about this.
We do. We generally talk about general trafficking and then grooming of kids, because it's the most fruitful thing that we do. So yeah, we do that. We do care package builds, and then we get those out of there. But so it's kind of a lunchtime, easy to do, low cost.
Right.
But what you end up with is people whose kids are being groomed. They get to know about it and do something about it, and then generally people become aware. And we don't go deep. We don't go dark. We don't.
No.
There's lots and lots of dark stories to tell.
You say you don't go dark. I think just even
This is dark enough.
dark. Yeah. Yes, sir. Excuse me. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. It is.
There's
it is
worse,
dark enough.
but this is dark enough.
It is and it's sad, it's pathetic, and it's
It's evil.
evil, pure evil. Excuse me.
I mean, we do tons of events that are not that. They're not education. They're just fun.
Yeah.
Because people don't go to anti-trafficking events.
Yeah.
Red M is the name that it is because we learned early, nobody looks at anti-trafficking material. It says nothing about trafficking. It doesn't look like trafficking. And so you can post a cup on Mondays. People will watch it for a few minutes, and then you're going to see it the next week and the next week because you stopped and looked. So just great marketing.
You talked about, that's what, okay. Yeah. You just said that. It's like, human trafficking was a word that one, I feel creepy thing, like
Yeah.
you said, it's uncomfortable,
Yeah.
but then it's designed that way. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's designed to be hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
So things will happen around you. They want you feeling like it's somewhere else. Couldn't be my kid. And if it was your kid, you wouldn't see it. You just think that's a troubled kid. They seem to be with the wrong crowd, or they have a wrong boyfriend, or
Yeah.
so we see it as other things. But yeah, we're not trained to catch it.
Golly. You know, so you've got chapters in Canada and the United States all over.
Yeah, and you can.
And the UK. The World Cup is here.
Yeah.
And the World Cup is in Canada, the World Cup's in the United States,
What?
and it's going to be in Mexico, right?
Really?
Yes.
I'm so excited. Scotland's in the World Cup. It's a big deal.
You want
But
to talk about some good shots.
I planned targeting the World Cup before I even knew Scotland was in. So
Really? Well, let's talk about that. And let's talk about these awesome cards right here.
that's a red card.
The
right?
red card, just like in soccer.
Show people the red card.
That's right.
So on one side, that's the right way around. You're
Yeah.
going the wrong way around. You're doing it good to show the camera.
Oh, okay.
But basically, it says stop human trafficking and has a QR code. There's a thumbprint for people who don't know. This
Yeah.
is how you hold it. But basically, in football, the real football where you use your foot to kick the ball,
Yes.
not the other thing with motorcycle helmets. I don't know what that's. But anyway, it's exciting when it's coming here.
Yes.
But yeah, in that world, when you get shown a red card, the player is off and not replaced.
Yeah.
Your chances of winning are severely restricted.
Yeah.
And so the visual, I actually was in Dallas at a FIFA meeting, and I said, "Has anyone ever done a red card to trafficking?" And this freaked me out because the whole table was like, "Why a red card?" And I'm like, "Well, you know what a red card is?" And they were like, "No." Okay. It's
Yeah,
like
explain it to
America, not warm to football as much, but
Yeah.
But good news. I mean, we've done a lot. We had a lot of teams, a lot of different people we've talked to, and we're going to be sharing these. Patterson this weekend agreed to make Patterson UTI. We're going to have their logo on here. Houston Airports have done it. SLB have done it.
Okay.
And so we're taking it into places. The Patterson deal is with the Dynamo. So we're going to sit in the two friendly games. Everyone who turns up is going to get a red card. I'm going to do it visual. But they're walking away. If you're a football guy, like no one's ever given me a red card. I want one.
Yeah.
Every time the ref, I think I'm going to be telling them like, hey.
Hey.
So it has a function that I want this card.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep it with me, but also I'm going to learn about human trafficking. And even when you go to the site, it's a really simple, it's redcardunited.com. So it sticks in your head.
Yeah.
So it's not even, it doesn't even say red N at that point. You just go in and it teaches you, here's the things to look for. Very simple, very easy, not deep, not dark. Just this is what it looks like when you're in a hotel. This is what it looks like when you're at the airport. This is so just so people know what a truck stop trafficking looks like.
You know, what do you tell somebody that's on the fence about getting involved in this uncomfortable?
I don't need everyone to get involved. I just want everyone to know about it.
Okay.
And now, usually we'll talk to 100 people, educate them, job done.
Yeah.
100 people know about it. They're going to be safer. They're going to worry for their kids. They're going to have some tools. 10 of those people in the 100 usually will want to do volunteer work with us, and we make volunteering easy. Like, just we'll get you involved, whatever level you want to be at. If it's 1 hour a year,
Yeah.
if it's 1 hour a week, like we don't care. Whatever you want to do, because it's the process of being involved that really engages in people's minds. And then usually one of those will just be a deep, like I'm going to do more. This is my life. I'm meant to do this.
Yeah.
Not that your life is all this, but you're going to do more than the average person. So yeah.
Right. Right.
So that's our model. The main thing is awareness, and we generate money. We're not trying to. When I meet companies, I'm like, I don't need your money, and like I won't say who, but one of them was like, they all leaned forward, like, what? Everyone wants our money. You're a charity, and I was like, no. What I want is your kids not to be trafficked.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, we want that too. So suddenly you're aligned with everybody.
Yeah.
Now, that company particularly gives us money regularly, which, that wasn't the goal, but they do it because they trust us, because we have only volunteers.
Yeah.
We have no use for the money personally. We don't have buildings.
Yeah.
We just give the money to survivor organizations, or we use some of the money for awareness campaigns. But we don't, it's nice to have an organization that doesn't need the money. So when we're doing stuff, if someone's stressing, we're like, hey, just change the date, or don't do it, because we don't need the money. So there's not that weird pressure.
Yeah.
And so you're creating a movement of people who are just doing it because business people have great ideas like this card. Or, we've had tons of great ideas. We have an ad campaign coming out.
Yeah.
That was just a dude who was doing a documentary on energy. And he said, I love this Red M thing. He's in Boulder, Colorado.
Okay.
And I knew some of his film history. So I'm like, I love your films.
Yeah.
Then he came to me and he goes, I'm going to need a lot of money to do this. And I was like, I don't have a lot of money. So that's cool. And actually, we tell everyone who asks for money, no, don't go away. If you're not doing it for free, we're not interested. And I told the team, I'm like, we should talk to this guy. He's like a big deal.
Yeah.
And we just kept going for years. He would send me a note because we're launching in the next few days. And he sent me a note and he's like, I can't believe it's been 4.5 years. And I'm like, he's in his mind, he's like, this is the longest thing I've ever done. And, but it's nice. I was like, that it's just because I couldn't get access to money. And then finally I realized I'm just going to get some CEOs in a room and I'm going to ask them. So we did. It was like 35 oil and gas CEOs came in a room in January. And I said, I just need $1.6 million. They were like, cool. They didn't give me 1.6 million, but they gave me enough to make 2 ads, and we made the ads, and then they gave me more. So Houston's been really good for generating cash. So we didn't get the full money, and we don't have all the ads done, but we have enough to release. So we're going to start releasing.
That's so awesome.
Pretty crazy.
It is.
I love it. I love that we get stuff done, and I love that people do stuff for free all the time. In the movie business, you can't get anyone to do anything for free, but they're doing it for cost, which is great. So
David, your platform, as we kind of talked about, you're at NOV, you're a CMO.
Yep.
I don't know how many times, people will say, hey, I want to be David Reid. Can I be?
Do they say that?
They say it.
Were they the police?
No. That's probably the opposite.
Or
Right
the
there.
traffickers? Maybe they're like, I want to be David Reid.
No. But the only reason I say that is because you have a platform. You have a strong platform.
And I speak all over the world. People are used to seeing me speak usually on technology and leadership.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you are taking your platform and you are using it for good. You mentioned your wife.
You missed the chance. I'm going to let you do it again. You're taking your platform and you're using it for purpose.
Not good. Using it for purpose.
Platform for purpose. It's 2 P's. You can't miss it.
Platform for purpose.
There you go.
What was it like? Why?
Why did it happen?
Yeah.
It's funny. A lot of people have asked that, and I don't think I wasn't trying to do this early on. Maybe 3-4 years ago, someone did say, "Do you think this was always your thing?" And I was like, "No. I ran the organization, lots of large organizations around the world. No, I'm used to doing this. They needed help, and so I helped, and so I was just doing what I knew what to do. So I really felt pulled along by it, and every year we sit at the Christmas time, kind of catch up, and I go, I don't know what we do next, but I promise it's less of me. It's always less. And what that did was build an army of people because I'm like, I'm not doing it. People ask me like all day, people are like, hey, what's going on with this? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. We go to events. They're like, the Scottish night was my favorite. I'm walking in and someone goes, what do you think it's going to be? And I was like, no, they're like, what are we going to see tonight? I'm like, you're confusing me with someone who knows anything. I'm assuming kilts, bagpipes, whiskey, weird food. That's what I imagine.
Yeah.
And it was, but I just don't know. I don't know the details. We have lots of people doing great work. It's an amazing team. But I don't mind talking and I find it easy and I just talk and guide and do the things I was gifted to do. And it's not hard. So I can do it while having my job and make it fit around my life. Now my kids are out of the house. So if they were in the house, probably couldn't have done this.
You've really embraced that purpose and embraced your qualities and all the things that you use that God gave you just to do this. And like you said, it's like, hey, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
And honestly, that's what I tell everyone. I'm like, this should be easy. You should be doing what you love to do. If it's hard, something's wrong, stop doing it.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's going to be okay. Because I called it a movement because we're finding ourselves inside of a movement. We're not making a movement. You don't make a movement. Everyone just feels this thing and goes with it. And that's what we do. We all get involved. It's a big thing and it's multiplying. It's easy to do. And we're just changing culture, and it takes everyone to do that.
I want to ask you a question that involves around the World Cup. And I'm sure you've already answered this through all the different things we're talking about. But what is your main goal with the World Cup, with the card, bringing awareness?
It's funny. When we did a year ago, we did a gathering of all the Houston organizations and companies, the police, with the FBI there, and we were all talking. Then there's a documentary crew, and they came and they said, "Well, what are you expecting? There's not enough time. You think you're going to make an impact on the World Cup?" And I'm like, "I don't care. The World Cup's just another thing that pushes this forward. In fact, when the Dynamo saw the cards, because they get red cards, they were like, we love this. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You know, whereas if I show it to the Rockets or the Texans, they're like, you got a flag I can throw? Like, is there a whistle I can blow? So, yeah, so it really, the football crowd, so we're seeing that internationally and in other places, but it's a natural win, and we'll keep doing it. They want to keep doing it. Football will keep doing it. And we made it so everyone can adopt it. You just buy the cards yourself, you distribute them. We don't make it. We're never trying to make money. We're just saying, here's the spec, make your own cards. I don't care.
Yeah.
You just make it easy for people to do. As long as you take money out of it and you get people in the motivation of being a part of a movement, it makes it work.
Well, you talk about horns and these cards. I don't remember where it was, but I think, and I don't remember what year of the World Cup, but it was, I think, South Africa, and they had these horns that they were handing out the whole time. So, like, literally, you just heard these horns. So, I promise.
I'm hoping
I
that
think
we
this will be a
multiply.
lot better. I think this will be a lot better.
Argentina, they had like little pieces of paper they threw up in there. It was a brilliant thing that came out of the Argentina World Cup. So, you know, you give people something to go viral and hope they just go with it. I don't need it to be us.
Well, David, how can people get in contact with Red M to whether it's hosting their company or having an event or being a sponsor or donations?
You can always reach out to me, but don't. Joinredm.com. We're Red M on LinkedIn. Follow us on LinkedIn. It's one of our more powerful engines that if you follow, suddenly when we post, other people are seeing it. So it's an easy move for someone like you say, I don't know if I want to do this, but you can at least follow us. But reach out. We've got lots of people in every city who can set up an Action Speaks. We've done them where we aren't in cities. One company, SGS, just took every building they had and said, we're doing an Action Speaks. And we found someone to give them the care packages too.
Yeah.
They did it themselves. They said, hey, come, we'll video you speaking. We'll just have people watch the video and we'll do an Action Speak. So, I mean, I love it. I love this. People just driving it forward themselves, you know.
Well, I know when I got a chance to be at your information one here a couple of months ago, it was fun writing just those things. You can do this.
Yeah,
you know,
that's right. We did mention.
Yeah,
I forgot we did that at the event.
We did that,
Yeah.
And I look forward to the next one here in Dallas Fort Worth. I know again you're building that one up.
Yeah.
I hope it will grow as fast as Midland and the others.
It'll come.
But with all that being said, it's the World Cup.
Yeah.
Who's taking it home?
Who's taking the World Cup?
Who's taking it home?
You want me to do a guess? I don't know. It's not Scotland, but we'll have a lot of fun trying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How are Americans going to do?
Oh, they won't. So I have seats at the quarterfinal game here for the losers.
What?
I'm guessing America is one of them. That would be my bet.
How many
they
seats
make
you
it
got?
that far.
I'm sure you got
2 seats. Well, it's the only place because I helped Houston get the World Cup.
Yeah.
To Houston, and I was part of it here, and they offer me seats. Houston, nothing. But anyway. It'll be good. I'm going to be traveling. I'll be in Europe for some of the games, which is going to be fun. I'll be in Aberdeen.
If you happen to not go to this one, you let me know.
Yeah, we're playing Brazil. I'm hoping, because I was going to say Brazil, which is, you know, the Brazilians would love me for that.
Yeah.
But we're playing them, so hopefully we can do some damage. I doubt
that'd be a fun upset.
They're winning our game and probably our league, but you know.
Okay. Man.
Yeah, who knows?
Well, David, I cannot thank you enough, sir, for coming on.
Thank you.
To everybody out there, this is a hard topic, but it's a very important. This is reality. This isn't a fake thing. Women, girls, boys, men are all being trafficked. Red M, RED, capital M. If you want to get in contact with any of the people, I happen to know several of them in the Midland area, the Denver. Some of them are really great friends, and I happen to now know David Reid, even though I've known him for a while.
Yeah.
So don't hesitate to reach out. If you have any questions, we can definitely point you in the right direction. And thank you as always for tuning in to another episode of the Crude Truth. We'll see you next time.
Again, the Crude Truth would like to thank today's sponsors: LFS Chemistry, NAPE Expo, Air Compressor Solutions, Sandstone Group, Exec Crew, Texas Star Alliance, Pecos Country Operating, and Real News Communication Network.
The easiest way to start your own podcast and TV show? Real News Communications Network. Stand out from your competition. produce streams of high-quality social media content, become a thought leader in your industry. With RNCN, you get to be the host. We handle everything else. Tour one of our 3 locations in Dallas, Fort Worth, and the Colony. Call 972-402-6333 or visit launchashow.com to find out more.